Well, good morning folks, hope you're all well and staying safe. Yeah, this morning I'm off to Boddington Reservoir for the Angling Trust CRT Classic Qualifier. It's actually my second qualifier. I fished one a couple of weekends ago, didn't go to plan. I didn't even have a pull. I was fishing on the down wall, peg 14, which was the end peg. The fish were at the other end on peg 4 who won it. He managed to winkle out 4 fish, and then there was a couple of fish caught, a couple of pegs up, and then the rest of us didn't even have a bite. There's quite a lot of blanks throughout the whole lake. It fished really hard, and those that did catch fish didn't really catch in any numbers. It's a bit of a strange setup really because of the COVID sort of system that they've put in place. Like a lot of places, the draw's done online, which is always a bit weird. They do it the night before, so you actually know what peg you're going to, which I've never had in my life before, so it's kind of like a bit strange really. You sort of go to bed thinking about strategy in that peg. I knew peg 14 quite well. I fished that a few times in the winter pairs. Today they've drawn me peg 84. Never fished in the 80s ever before, so yeah, I've fished 70s, I've fished 60s, I've fished over the boathouse, most of the pegs over there. I've fished in the 90s and 100s. I've never fished in the 80s, so yeah, it should be interesting. There's 6 peg sections, so you got 5 other anglers you got to beat to qualify. That's the way you got to approach the match. Don't worry about obviously trying to win the whole match. All you want to do is qualify, so you've got to try and keep an eye on those anglers around you, and obviously see if you can you know, beat those really, which is the ultimate. I did try recording a couple of weekends ago. Well, I did record a couple of weekends ago, but there was just nothing to show you because I didn't even have a pull. So hopefully today I'll go a bit more successful and I have a few fish, and if yeah, luck's on my side, then you know, I may qualify. Anyway, I'm yeah, on my way there. Like I say, I'm on peg 84, so when I get there, get in the car park, I'm going to get all my gear loaded up and then get off to my peg. I haven't got to wait for a draw or anything. I can just sort of go there. Not allowed into the car park till 8:45 once again, which is quite a late one. I think the start is 11 and I think it fishes until 4. So yeah, so I shall come back to you a little bit later on. See you soon. Well, this is me today, peg 84. There's my office down here. Out in front of me. Got Simon Parker on peg 86. You see Simon, there's no one on 85, so a little bit of a gap there. Graham Dashwood on, Graham is ducking down there at the minute, so yeah, he's on 83. My section today is peg 80 up to 86. There's only 5 of us in the section because they've missed out one. There was a couple of anglers that pulled out, I think. So yeah, never fished in the 80s before, so I don't really know what to expect. I'm told that the fish normally come short here on the pellet wag or the bomb and pellet. So yeah, and to be fair, I have seen quite a few fish short, but I did last time when I was over on the down wall, and then they just all buggered off when it was time to start fishing. So so yeah, my plan of attack is going to be bomb and pellet and the pellet wag, and obviously hybrid method feeder, and I've also set up a distance rod with a lead to fish teabag as well. I had a bit of success with that last week. In fact, I caught all my fish on here last week. Just fished one of Nigel's opens and caught them all on teabag. Yeah, everyone around me weren't getting anything out at any distance. Yeah, I had a spell for a couple of hours where my tip kept going round, which was good. I had 6 fish in the end. Yeah, which isn't a lot for here, but it was certainly better than the last qualifier. Last qualifier I sat there and didn't even have a pull, so peg 14 on the down wall. Yeah, so anyway, I'll bring you down to my peg so you can have a bit of a look at it. Like I say, that's my office for the day, and you can see got my pellet wag set up, and that's me distance rod there. I'm not going to know if you can see. Oh, down there, I've just got a standard lead system set up on that. And then got my bomb rod set up here, just with standard bomb on it. So with the X-Safe system, yeah, that's also going to be my method rod as well. I just interchange it from bomb to the method. I've actually clipped up at 60, 70 and 80 metres. So, yeah, obviously on my bait tray, got normal 8mm pellets, bit of a mixture, the peg number 1, standard pellets and the black cart pellets. Obviously I've got me normal micros set up there with a little bit of crush ball in there, and then I've got me 6mm as well, just to in case they want some of those firing out. Big array of different wafters, and then I've got my tea bags set up under there, in there with me Guru goos, which I tend to put on tea bags when I use them. So yes, that's my plan of attack today. My normal feeder rods are the SLRs. I've got a 14-foot distance SLR, and then I've got the 13-foot SLR. And I'm also fishing with a MIDI 4G pellet wag. Yeah, on the reels, 2 distance 25 QDs for the feeders, and just a 5000 TDR, sorry, 420 TDR on the pellet wag. So that's it really. Yeah, I shall probably, because if the fish sort of stay like this, there's a few cruising out just at about 25 metres, so if that is the case, I'll probably stick the pellet wag out first thing just to see if I can nick one early doors before they start pushing out. And I won't stay on that for too long if nothing's happening. I might go a little bit further than that then on the bomb, see if there's anything sort of down close in on the bomb. Nothing on that, then I'll go straight out on a tea bag, probably at about 70 metres, and then just see if leave that for sort of 15 minutes and see if it goes round. Just keep feeding my pellet line. So that's really the plan of attack. I'm kind of like right in the middle of, I don't know if you can sort of see all the way down there, right in the middle of the all down here as well. So yeah, right in the middle of the lake really at this point. They go up into the hundreds, and we're fishing down into the I think 58, I think is maybe 56 is the lowest number. Got the dam wall right over there, so they're starting from peg 4, 6, 8, 10 and 12. I was on 14 last time, and then right over there in all those trees, you won't be able to see them. In fact, I can just about see a couple of anglers. That's called the yachting club over there. So they've reduced one of the numbers on that section as well. So I think they've got 1 to 5 over there. So, but yeah, sun's now just starting to come out. We had a nice bit of cloud cover earlier on. I think you see out in the sky over there. That's kind of like all moving away, and now we've got this bright sunshine coming, which we don't really want. So. I got some people waving. Bigging up, saying I'm on a flyer. Don't think so somehow. But anyway, so that's where we are. Yeah, so I'll go out on the pellet bag to start off with and see how we get on. Hopefully have a few fish for you to see today. Hopefully better than the last time I've done some filming. So right, I'll catch up with you later. Cheers, ta-da, bye. Oh, you bugger. Lost it. That's my first fish on the bomb. Yeah. I've had one on a pellet wag already. Huh? And that's my second fish. I lost it. Go back again. Well, a bit of an update. We're nearly an hour and 25 in. Yeah, as I said, I went out on the pellet wag to start off with. Managed to snare one quite early on, but that was it. Never had any more looks on that. So then I went out on the pellet and bomb, and yeah, a few casts in. Wallop had one on, as you've seen. I lost it. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to record the one that I had on a pellet wag because it was a bit of a nutty fish. But it's also snapped the end of me bloody landing net handle. It was going mental with my net. So luckily I've got an extra insert on that. So yeah, I'm still able to fish. So anyway, yeah, it's gone a little bit quiet out there on the bomb line, so never had any more pulls on it. So I've now gone out on my tea bag, going to give that a go, and that's been out there now for about 8 minutes. And yeah, had a couple of little liners, but there's still fish cruising around, but then they're just not interested. They're cruising around like torpedoes, but they're not really taking the pellet, unfortunately. So yeah, it's not been massive amounts of fish caught. Side to my right's had one, I've had one, Graham's had one, chap next to him to his left has had one, and the guy on the end's had two. So that's our section so far. So I'm a fish behind at the moment. If I'd have got the one in that I lost, then obviously I'd be drawing fish wise, but anyway, we keep going, still plenty of time to go, and yeah, come back to hopefully another fish on. That was a bit of stamp. On the pellet bag again. Let's keep going. Got an hour and a quarter to go. Got 4 fish. Just got that one on a bomber pellet. Couldn't get any more bites on the pellet wag. First cast out there and it went round, so we'll go again. Oh, foul up one. Just as it went in. Come off.
On the deck?
No, literally hit the water.
Oh.
Well, I might not foul looked it, but it took it straight away. You seen what's causing that fire, have you?
No. No, I haven't. It's like halfway up. It's not even in the car park. I haven't got a clue what it is.
Oh, that's good.
It wasn't going when I was there.
Oh, that's made me feel a bit better.
Yeah, it's not your car up in front.
Well, it's only going to take one car and it will take the rest of them up, isn't it? Well, mad rush and a mad flurry at the end. Si had he had 2 in the end. He had one right at the end, so he had 2 fish. Graham next to me had 2 fish. The chap, can't remember his name now, next to him was on 4, and the chap next to him was on 4, and I was on 4. And then literally with 5 minutes to go, not Graham, the next guy, hooked into one. And then with 2 minutes to go, I've hooked into one, and we both got them in, so we've both got 5 fish. But mine ain't very big, whereas he's got some really nice lumps, so I think he's done me. But yeah, but there you go, never mind. I've had 5 fish, so I beat the guys either side of me, but I don't think I've won the section, unfortunately. I needed a couple of slightly bigger fish, really, then I might have had a bit of a chance. So, but yeah, it's been a really hard day. But there we go. Hopefully I'll be able to film a bit of the weigh-in. It's obviously quite difficult with this corona stuff with the weighing in, but I'll try and do my best to weigh in, film it weighing in, and then I'll come back to you in a bit. Cheers, mate. Up there, jump in here. Yeah, good. Yeah. Ooh, 14,275.
25 grams of water.
Well done, pal. Should be the winning weight. What's that, 25? 25,275, I think.
900, 25, 900.
Looks like that's the winning weight. Anyway, I'm going to pack the rest of my gear away. Come back to you in the car. Hi folks, in the car on the way home now. Yeah, stick the aircon on. It's still a bit warm. Yeah, it was a nice day. the carp didn't really want to play, unfortunately. Yeah, it was a tough day's fishing, nearly all the way around the lake. A lot of people blanked, and there was a lot of people with just one fish or two fish. My section was fairly fair, really. Guy on the end had 4, guy next to him had 5, then the chap next to him just to my left had 2, I had 5, and then Simon on the end had 2 in the end. Unfortunately, my 5 weren't quite as big as the other chap that had 5, so yeah, he won the section. I came second in the section. So I'll be back here again Tuesday, unfortunately, for the last qualifier. Still, it's better than the last one I had, because I didn't even get a bite in the last one. So, and I was quite pleased. I managed to catch 3 on the pellet wag, and I caught 2 on the bomb and pellet. So, nothing on the hybrid method feeder, nothing on the tea bag and lead further out. And yeah, I lost 1 good fish, as you've seen on camera, and then I hooked into 3 other fish that got off as quick as I hooked them, really. Another one of those was on the pellet, bomber pellet, and the other 2 were on the pellet wag. So possibly foul hooked, or yeah, just got on, you know, just didn't quite hook it right, and it was off. So but I think that's a story for a lot of people, really. So it's not about missed opportunities, because they just weren't quite feeding right. So a lot of people you know, lost fish today because they were a bit finicky. So I think the guy that won the whole of the match was on peg 99, just in the wooded area. I think he's had 14 carp, so yeah, well done to him. He's done really well. So yeah, it's one of those days. I've had a few pulls, I've enjoyed it, it's been good fun. But yeah, unfortunately I've got to go again. So hope you've enjoyed the video. I will be recording Tuesday as well, so yeah, I'll be putting that out as well. Yeah, so anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you do and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, we really would appreciate it. And thanks ever so much for watching the video, and give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And I hope to see you in the swim soon.